In today's video, we're going to look at the importance of body language and why you should incorporate this into your animation, so stay tuned. Hey friend, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel, the channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation. And if that is you, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And before we start, if you are interested in learning iClone, I'm thinking of having a 5-day workshop where I will teach you the basics of iClone, and by the end of that 5 days you'll be able to create your very own animations, and you'll have the foundation to grow and continue your journey into 3D animation. So if you are interested, in the description below there's a link. Just click there and just sign up for the waiting list. If I have enough people signed up, I will then email everyone and we can then organize a date to do this 5-day training. So again, if you are interested in learning iClone 8, in the description box below there's a link. Just click there and just sign up for the waiting list, and I will contact you once I am ready. So today I want to show you the importance of body language, okay? And sometimes this is something that we overlook, because body language, we can actually speak volumes just by our bodies, okay? That's why we call it body language. We can actually read into someone in what he's trying to say by just looking at his body, and we can actually enhance our storytelling. We can enhance our character performance by just focusing on body language. And today I just want to show you why body language is so important in storytelling. Because if you get your body language wrong, then the audience won't understand your character. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to illustrate this today by taking one pose that could have two different meanings, by just implementing what you want to tell with that pose will tell you two different things. Okay, so I'm going to take one pose and then I'm going to adjust them in two different ways, okay? And both will tell two different stories, but it's the exact same pose. Okay, so that's why it's very important to focus on your body language, because if you might get the pose right, but the body language is completely wrong, and it will give the audience a wrong signal. Okay, they'll read the body language and they'll think the character is saying this, but actually you want to try and say something else. Okay, so I am just to start off with, I'm going to get the basic pose right. Okay, and so let's edit motion layer. Okay, so the basic pose is going to be, let's just zoom in, forward, okay, and so let's just okay, this is getting better. This is what I want. And so we move this up, forward, in, and let's just rotate like so. And I want like so. Okay, and maybe let's just rotate her arms a little bit in and move it forward. Okay, like so. Okay, so this is my basic pose. Okay, now just looking at this could mean quite a lot of things. Okay, she could maybe salute someone. She could wipe off sweat from a forehead because maybe it's hot. She maybe is blocking the sun, or she's trying to look at something in the distance. So one pose could mean four things. So now it's very important to use the body language to get the right pose in what you want the audience to understand. So let's say she is blocking the sun. The sun is very sharp, and so maybe what you can do is, let me just remove those dots. So let's just play around and we do that. And we move her hand, reposition her hand again. And then obviously facial expressions will play a big part. So I squint because obviously and then drop. And I'm just gonna make her blink a little bit because the sun, that will tell you the sun is quite sharp. And so that's your first pose, which kind of gives you an idea of the sun she is in her eyes. Okay. So obviously when it comes to posing your character, you want to just spend a little bit more time, but this is maybe your first one. The sun is in her eyes, and that kind of tells you that story. But let's say the exact same pose, but now she is trying to look at something in the distance. Okay, exact same pose, she wants to look. So now let's do that. Okay, so we need edit motion layer. Like that. Maybe we can move one leg a little bit forward for balance. And we can, let's lock the feet and do that. And yeah. Okay, so now basically what I did is, now you can actually see that if I were to ask someone, what is this character doing? Is she saluting someone? Is she wiping the sweat off her forehead because it's hot? Is the sun in her eyes? Or is she looking for something? Everyone will know exactly that she is looking for someone or for something in the distance. You can see it by her body language. Again, the same pose, hand above her eyes, same pose, but I made sure that the rest of her body tells the audience, the viewer, exactly what she's doing. Okay. So if you get your body language wrong, then it might confuse your the audience. Okay. The viewer watching your animation, it will confuse them. They won't know exactly what this character is trying to do. But by incorporating body language, it really enhances your storytelling. It guides the viewer or the audience in what your character is doing. It makes the story or the character more believable. And it just helps you so much. So when you do your blocking and you do your key poses, always when you do a key pose, if you show that key pose to someone, your mom or your dad or a friend or just on social media, post it and you ask, what is this character doing? They should be able to tell you immediately, okay, this character is looking for something in the distance. Okay. So let's say this character is saluting someone. Okay. So let's do that. So Again, same pose, but we want to fix it. So I'm just going to go back to 0. So let's just find a normal pose. So I recently got iClone, so let's just, okay. So, and let's just fix her eyes. Okay, reset to 0. Okay, everything's back to normal. And now we can animate it. So if someone is going to be standing, saluting someone, like they're in the army, then maybe let's lock the feet and we move. Okay. Like that. A little bit of a cartoony feel. So I just made her body a little bit of an arc. Okay, I can maybe do it even a little bit more, just to give it a little bit of a cartoon feel to it. When she's saluting, the head maybe up a little bit. That is probably a bit too much. But let's just fix like so. Okay, that looks better. And then we can take this arm again and we place it in front of her. Okay. And then obviously when you salute, your chest will be out. So let's do that as well. So we push her chest out a little bit. And then we can place her hand. And we rotate it like that, and we just position it better. And maybe we can lift her chin up a little bit. I think that looks better. And just reposition the hand. And that gives you a little bit more of a salute. And obviously you can then just play around, do some fine tuning, and maybe this arm can be a little bit more backwards, like so. And that kind of gives you the idea of this character is saluting someone. So again, same pose, hand above the eyes on the forehead, but you want to tell the story, okay? So this is a key if you want to create believable animations and to add great performance and believability into your characters when you animate them, is always think of body language. What is the character's body telling them, telling the audience about what the character is doing? Is his body language, is it in a line with what the character is doing? Okay. For example, if I look at this is not how someone will look for something in the distance, but the previous pose does. And the previous pose is not how you salute someone, but in this pose, this is how you salute someone. So again, it's the same pose, but you can incorporate it in 4 different ways using body language to help sell your story and to make the audience understand a little bit better what your character is doing. So if you add body language into your animations, you will really enhance your storytelling and you will really enhance your animations as well as your character's performance. Your characters will be a lot more believable when you get your body language spot on. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you did. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. And again, just another invitation. If you want to learn iClone and want to start off your journey as a 3D animator, so this is for a complete beginner. So if you've never animated before, this 5-day workshop is for you. So even if you don't have iClone yet, you can always, for the sake of this 5 days, you can just download the 30-day trial version of iClone and you can work along with me. And by the end, you will create your very own short animation scene that you can then, that's your foundation, and you'll be able to continue creating your own animation projects with iClone. So if you're interested, sign up for the add yourself to the wish list, and I will send an email as soon as we've got a nice group, because group coaching for me is a lot more effective because someone might ask a question you never thought about, and it's a lot better to learn that way if you're in a group setup. So the more people that sign up, the better. So if you're interested, again, in the description, there's a link, and hopefully I will see you guys there. So from me, I will see you guys next week with another video. So God bless and happy animating.